Let's do wins and whiffs. Everybody have a win and a whiff or a whiff?
Hold on. Let me go grab one.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I have a whiff. Do I have a whiff? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Wednesday's Wins and Wiffs with the 5 idiots talking toys. And tonight, you can see there's only 3 idiots.
3 of us.
We're culling everybody. And I think this is going to be it, right?
Yeah.
3 idiots talking toys.
Yep. From now on.
Yeah.
We're going to be called tits. Probably have to edit that part out.
No.
We'll leave that in there.
Wait for the next tits T-shirt at Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention. ICCC.
3 idiots talking toys.
3 idiots talking toys.
Nice patch. Okay.
Yeah.
Charles is working and Shane is sick, unfortunately. So the 3 of us are still going to carry on and pump out some content.
Yeah.
So do you think Shane calls in sick if he's sick and works from home?
You know, I don't know how that works. Like,
I don't either.
He's an independent contractor too, so he doesn't really have to call anyone.
Yeah.
He just tells his wife. Pretty much. I'm sick. I'm not working today.
Yeah.
I've been telling my wife that since January. It's been 7 months now.
Yeah. Well, here we are, another week, another win and whiff, and I think we got some interesting ones tonight. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Brandon wasn't saying anything, so I figured I'll go.
I'm waiting for I didn't see you put on the gloves, so I wasn't sure if you were.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Just know the gloves are always going to be on when I touch this precious acrylic over here.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Or really touch anything vintage. I put the gloves on for everything now. So my win of the week is this Han Hoth.
Nice.
This is a PBP. It got graded a 75 plus AFA archival case, and it basically just says pink face. So it's not technically a POC, it's a PBP because it's a no COO. And it was in an auction on eBay a few weeks back. It actually went very cheap, and didn't think it was actually going to sell for what it did. And it was one of those bids I placed with like 2 days left, and it actually held. And I want to say this sold for like $110 or $120 for a PBP Han Hoth.
Wow.
So, and I know the grade's 75 plus, but anytime you can get a 75, even in a PBP, it's actually considered good.
Why is that? Is that just the way they were treated, or is it the way that they were manufactured?
I think it's the way it was manufactured. It was the paint that they used. It wasn't really good paint. It was like cheap stuff. The paint always seems to rub off, and I guess whatever quality paint they used was just not as good as the paint we had here. Yeah. So it never held on good enough. So really,
it's a hard figure too.
And he's a hard figure exactly to grade, even just a US Kenner version. So as the action figure grader always said, a 75 plus PBP is like an 80 plus US Kenner, if you do a comparison. So I figured, you know what? It was a good pickup for $120.
Good.
So
nice. Okay.
I'll go next.
Brandon, do you have something? You ever win?
This was not $120. This was $10. Couldn't pass it up. I know Charles isn't here to make fun of me or berate me for this, but
is it a bifold wallet?
No, it's well, I've been in a Batman for a long time, and I bought
the Bat Jet,
Bat ski boat or whatever.
Oh, the Bat ski boat. Okay,
from Batman Returns.
Yeah,
Kenner, 1992, I think.
That's Kenner. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's missing the missiles, but it has the hard to find canopy, which is always missing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, for $10, I mean, I couldn't
No
turn it
kidding.
down. So
Did
yeah.
you got that at a toy show or?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm looking for the Batmobile, the one that splits in half, that has the Bat missiles from the same line, same Batman Returns, Dark Knight collection from the 90s. That's another one I got my eye on, but I didn't have that one as a kid. So I had all the ones from '89, like the Batmobile with like the open cockpit and the cocoon that goes on it, and the Batwing and all that. But I never got any of the stuff from Batman Returns. So
Yeah.
and I'm just, $10, whatever. It was, missing the missiles, but who cares? It's still pretty cool to have that. Usually it's missing a ton of pieces. The wings are usually missing. The canopy is always missing. The landing gear is probably always missing. But
The only Batman I had collecting as a kid that, growing up was the Toy Biz line.
yeah.
Otherwise, I never had any other figures from Batman.
So the Toy Biz line, I think, is what started the original Batman movie from '89 and one of Michael Keaton, and then Batman Returns, I think, switched to Kenner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had all those different ones, like the Bruce Wayne. You could put the bat suit on, and those other Batman figures. Yeah.
He had the purple shirt.
Yeah, the purple shirt,
turtleneck. Yeah.
And they had the bat. Not bat. Catwoman, the Michelle Pfeiffer version with the.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I think that was Kenner's last breath as a superhero producer.
I was going to say, I didn't even think that they were even still around. I thought that they kind of died out in the mid 90s, right? Early 90s?
Yeah.
Well, they still.
They got bought out,
95.
whatever, by Hasbro.
Well, they had the Power of the Force 2 line in 95 and 96 and 97, all the way to early 2000. But
yeah, that's true.
I think the story goes is that Kenner was bought out, I think, around 91 or 92 by Tonka, and then Hasbro, I think, bought it all. So even though it has Kenner names on it for the Power of the Force 2 line, I think it's still Hasbro's, thing. But they're using Kenner molds, and they still had the Kenner, factory making it, but I think it was owned by Hasbro by that time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Toy Biz went on to start the Marvel Legends line in 2000.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of success with that early on, and then it kind of waned a little bit, and now it's kind of like, because the price point on those Marvel Legends figures, brand new at Walmart or wherever, they're like $24 for a figure.
Yeah, it's
insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
John, do you have any wins this week, or?
Well, I kind of have a win. I guess it's kind of a win. It's kind of an anxious win. A couple weeks ago, I signed the lease on a storefront in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, which is just south of Chattanooga, about 6 or 7 miles south of Chattanooga. And I'm going to be opening a store. It's going to be like a variety store.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. We'll see. But, it's a variety store / vintage toy shop. And I want, we're going to have other stuff in here. We're going to have home goods. And I think we're going to try to sell some of my dad's artwork. Going to get some prints made of his artwork and sell prints and originals of his. And my daughter-in-law has candles, so we're going to sell some of her candles. And I want to be the largest selection of vintage Star Wars in the Chattanooga area. So whenever you see on these groups and stuff, they talk about, hey, I'm going through Chattanooga today. Anybody recommend anything?
They always say. Why do they always say Chattanooga? Always.
Yeah. Well, it's the gateway. It's like the gateway to the south.
Okay.
Right? It's what they call Chattanooga. East Ridge basically is the gateway to the south. It's the first exit outside.
What's the major highway?
75. And it's Interstate 75 runs from Miami all the way through Michigan.
Yeah.
And then like in Chattanooga, there's an artery that heads east and heads west with Interstate 24. So, if you're going to go to Nashville from Atlanta, you go up 75 and then head 24 west to Nashville. So it's kind of like, we're kind of the epicenter of these arteries that jump off and go to different directions, northeast and west. So, but hopefully, people ask that all the time, and there's a couple of antique malls that everybody recommends all the time, and they say they have something every once in a while. You might find something good, and I've been in those antique malls before, and you can find some vintage, but like the last time I was there, I saw one booth that had a vintage Chewbacca that was chewed up and had a Bespin blaster, and they were asking $60.
Oh my God!
So this is a place you can walk in and get a Chewbacca for $20.
Well, they obviously knew what they had.
Yeah, they obviously knew what they had. But
when do you think you're going to be opening?
We're going to be opening beginning to mid-October.
Okay.
Because I have a full-time job still, so and life in general, we're going to have odd hours too. It's going to be like afternoon to early evening hours and on the weekends. So that way, if someone's passing through on the weekend or something, they can stop in, or somebody comes here after work, they can come after work. Because a lot of times those antique malls close at 4:00.
Yeah.
And that's when
I think
that's
a great idea, because some of the vintage shops around here, they close so early, like 5:30, and it's like when you make it off work, there's no time to go over there and hang out. Like who has time to go there at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon and go toy shopping unless you're Chris and retired.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I was going to say, since I'm retired now, John, if you need a hand,
come on down. I think there's a direct flight out of Chattanooga to LaGuardia.
Oh, that's perfect.
But yeah, we're going to have other stuff too, obviously. But as far as toy lines are concerned, we're going to have some modern stuff. And there'll be a place for people to bring stuff if they need to sell it or whatever too. So,
what about comics and stuff?
Comics, we're planning on having some comics too. My son and his friend sell a bunch of comic books. So this will kind of, instead of like doing like we do with Facebook groups, they'll have a storefront area here too, where they can sell comics. So we're also going to have furniture and stuff like that. So that's the plan.
Cool.
See how it
Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you.
Congrats. We're going to have to go check it out.
Yeah, I hope it works out. Yeah. So if you're ever in the Chattanooga area, we're 1414 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe.
Well, we'll be there for ICC Con, and we'll be 3 hours away, right? But we can can make it there.
That's true. Come on down. Yeah, it's about 2.5, 3 hours away from Nashville. But yeah, I'm excited. A little nervous, but as long as I can, keep the doors open, that's all that I care about, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
cool.
I mean, I just have it just to hang out. That's what I want to do, is just open a place. Don't care about selling. I just want a place to hang out.
Well, Brandon, that's because me and you are married and we want to escape our families.
Like, damn it. Looking in the warehouses over here.
My wife went to the wineries today, and I was home with the kids. Let me tell you something. It was quiet and relaxing all day, and you can't say that normally with a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, but it was. And then I went into my Star Wars room once they went to bed with a 6-pack of beer to stare at my collection, and it's been blissful all day today.
A 6-pack of beer, your gloves,
my gloves,
and a bottle of Vaseline.
Yep.
You gotta, polish those acrylics.
Is that what they're calling it now?
That's what they're calling it. Yeah, I guess so.
So, does anybody have any whiffs this week?
No.
I can't think of any whiffs.
The fact that 2 of the idiots aren't here, that's a whiff.
That is a whiff. That is a whiff.
I might have a future whiff coming soon. I sent the package to Australia, and it wasn't shipped express, which is what I recommend everyone doing. It was shipped the cheapest way possible, and it's been sitting in Los Angeles since June.
Ugh.
So it
I
hasn't
thought that
moved.
they were doing international, first class international to Australia again.
So they keep switching it. That's the problem, is that they keep switching it. So like 1 week you go on and there's 3 options. Then the following week you go on, it's just the express option. And then 2 weeks later, they'll put it back on. It just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah.
So, and I told the buyer, I said, this is what they've been doing. It's going to take a while. And like I said, it's been since June and it's sitting in Los Angeles. So
Could be a whiff.
it could be a whiff, but I don't guarantee overseas shipping. So sorry.
Yeah.
Just can't,
No, you can't. Mm-mm. All right. Well, I guess that does it for this edition. Of course, I had a belch there. Of course. A little bit. But every episode. Thanks again for joining us for another edition of Wednesday's Wins and Wiffs. Hope you guys didn't whiff out this week. Leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, all that stuff. It really helps us out. We're still trying to give away that Razor Crest. When we hit 2,500 subscribers, we're going to give it away. And Chris is tired of it being in his closet. So
yes, please.
So subscribe, share us. I mean, it's pretty good stuff. So
if you like Star Wars, if you like vintage, if you like toys, what better way to join 5 Idiots?
Yeah, this is the place to be. All right, guys. You guys have a good evening.
We'll Happy hunting.
Thank you, guys. And as Brandon would say, bye.
Bye.
Bye.